everyone, this is College Football 26, and we are really excited here to play Dynasty mode. We decided to play Alabama this year. Let's see how that goes. If you like college football, please subscribe. If you like Road to Glory, you can check that out on the channel as well. But we're in week 0 here, and it's a bye week for us. Let's take a look at the top stories of this week. Looks like Kansas State and Iowa State are going to be playing each other. All eyes on us. Coach Matt Campbell and the Cyclones will be ready for their top 25 matchup against Kansas State. So 2 equally ranked teams there. It'll be interested to see how that goes. Let's take a look at our recruiting. And it shows on the first one and the third one we did actually move down in rank. This is a new feature. You see the red arrow on the left. New feature from the last game. It didn't really tell you how you moved up or down. We moved up here with Keegan. Moved down, moved down. This one we're locked out now. We didn't make their top 8. So that sucks. We spent those hours on them, but you know, you never know. You have to spend them somewhere, right? And this one moved up. Some of these remain the same. Up, up, down. That's interesting. We went down even though we gave them offered a scholarship. It's kind of interesting. Some of these they maybe have more interest in some others, even though they're our pipeline people. So, any of these look like they're to their top 5 yet? Should be this early in the season. Some are to their top 8. Yeah, okay. So it looks like now we're going to be doing some hard sales. Kind of disappointed that this one we dropped from 1st to 3rd. Looks like Clemson and Georgia are maybe more interesting to them. But hey, we still have a chance. And it's amazing how big of a jump Clemson made there. Because all they do is offer a scholarship. Top 5 did. So maybe they're just more interested in Clemson. So let's start trying to recruit here. So we got 50 hours we can put into people. For right now, the game, as we go on, we can get hours for recruiting. If we can have offensive, defensive coordinators that are focused on recruiting, that can help us as well as the hours. So not a whole lot of hours right now we can put into people, but we can give it all we got. All right, but we want to really focus on these 5-star jewels. Right now we're 3rd and 2nd with them, so may not get them. We'll see what happens. So the next thing we want to do, so this one is 2nd, we'll move that one up so we can focus on them more. Let's look at our 5 stars and the ones that we're the highest up on their list. We'll focus on them first. Okay. So it looks like maybe 2nd. So we'll move them up. 3rd, 4th, 3rd. 4th, not interested. 6th. Alright. So let's focus on these next. So we used already 100 of our 1,000 hours, so we got to pay attention towards that on that. Let's see if we can get these other 5 stars. It'd be great if we can get some of them. Alright, let's pump some hours in these ones that we're rated a little bit better on. That one moved up. So let's focus on them ahead of this other one. Other position. Some of these are moving down. They're 5-star. Hate to see that, but that's the reality of the world, right? You can't always be the best or get every recruit you want. So let's send the house on these 5-star recruits. Because we want to give it everything we got on them. Alright, so now we're to our 4 stars. And they're to their top 8. We're 2nd, top 10, 4th. first top 10. We kind of want to learn about some of these other ones. That one we didn't give an offer, but we're still 5th. Okay. Alright, let's investigate some of these. We're down to 500 hours. And we didn't have... did we have any 4-star? No. I thought we had a 4-star. I guess not. Okay. Let's do some recruiting. See if we can find us a 4-star with a gym. Was what I'm referring to. Okay, that one's a regular. Okay, and a regular as well. So let's try to keep these people at least a little bit interested in us. And let's offer some scholarships. Alright. Alright, so now we need to make sure that we kind of alternate some of these positions so we don't focus on one position too much. So I want to reorder these a little bit. So we have defensive tackle moved up to 13th, so 14th we need a Sam. And cornerback we need to in 15th. Alright. So 16th we got right guard. We need to move this one up. 17th. So 18th we need quarterback. Alright. So I think that's a little bit more equal as we focus on these. Yet it's still a little bit in order of the national rank. It's because we kept those a little bit more towards the top. Alright, so this one. Let's see, who's the most interested in this right now? We may want to move them to the very top of these 4-star. Yeah, we're going to make this a little bit out of order. Okay. So let's move this one up since they're really interested in us. Let's keep that lead if we can. Because it is pretty tight. Alright, and then I think second, yeah, is this QB. We want to pass Clemson here. Alright, so I guess it's down to 285 hours. Alright. This one is in 3rd. That one's in 3rd. So I'm going to put these out of order a little bit again. But there's a little bit of method to the madness, although in the end it may not make too much difference, or I may make a bad decision here and there. But overall I think it's a fairly safe thing to do. Alright, so that one went down to 3rd, and this one's up to 4th. Alright, let's see if we can, what's going on with this one? So still fairly close. We might be able to keep this one from dropping more and maybe move up. Alright, and then I think that's all the 3rd. All the ones I have is 3rd. Yep. We're down to 185 hours, so just pay attention. Alright, and then anybody else got us in their top 5? There's a couple 5ths. Alright, so that's going to get our last two 50 hours. We're down to 35 hours. Alright. And somebody's got a 6th. So at least move them up, I guess. And offer them some hours. And the rest of these, one's got a 7th, and then the others don't care about us. They're not interested. So maybe it's not so bad if we lose them. But let's give all... Oh, we can't do that. Let's do this. Alright. So I maxed out the hours as much as I could for the ones that we really are going after, because again, reality is we're not going to get all these. And our needs are based on who's graduating, right? It's not necessarily who's going to leave due to the NIL. That's unpredictable. So in the end, it's really tough to really pick what your needs are. It's kind of stationary as far as what your needs are. It's not very dynamic. Because you can't really predict who really is going to leave. some may be looking to leave, but they can't, or they don't find what they want. All right, so let's go ahead and advance the week. See them ahead. All right, we got quite a few updates here. And all right, so we moved up a little bit for XP and on 150. And right now we're second on this one, hasn't changed. Be nice here if it showed if you went up or down, since this is kind of a summary of what happened this week. But then again, I'm not EA, right? So looks like we're not first on very many. There's 1 5-star, and down here from 3 4 stars, 4 4 stars we're first, and we've lost some here, which were probably at the bottom of our list. This one was near the top of our list, and it was probably one of the people that wasn't really interested in us, but I thought I would try to go for it. But that frees up some hours for some other candidates for us to try to find on down the road. All right, that's all we have for this time. Up next is we're going to be playing Florida State, so we'll see how that goes. See y'all next time.